Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Welcome in, everybody, for a special daytime edition of The Jerks. We have a special guest, Six Up, here with us today.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, everyone.
Yo, yo, yo.
It's lovely to see people in here as well. We didn't know quite how the audience numbers were going to work out because it's a different time of day for us. But it's lovely to see you all.
Yes,
Our UK people should be awake at this time.
yes, we were yet.
I want to give a special shout out to Vikasa, and I'm probably saying that wrong, who is somebody I know from the Glarus chat, who is probably also twitching at the lack of Karen Reid trial coverage. We're all desperate to get back to Jen McCabe and her lying ways, but there's no court today, and so here we are.
I am so ready for that cross-examination.
And me.
We would barely have Pearl today if that was going on. She would be torn.
She would be like, I can't, guys.
I don't know if anybody was out and about yesterday, but Pearl was on Granny's Watching's panel. And then I went over and saw her on Deet's panel. I'm like, I called you a panel whore last night, didn't I, Pearl?
I was.
I said, panel whore again.
A little bit of life back in the old girl since she got out of the big house, that I'm up on panels.
She's in here. She says, yes, name was perfect. Thanks.
Oh, you said it right.
Josh B says he can't wait to hear the new song on the streets. Will we all sing it for you?
I've heard it so many times. I may.
Soup and I went into a 30-minute giggle fit playing that on repeat yesterday.
If you haven't heard this wonderful new song in praise of Fred Hill, Mr. Ziggy, then you're in for a treat.
Mr. Ziggy.
I'm dropping Crystal Crime Conversations, I believe it is now. I'm dropping her link. We will be playing the video. I got permission.
Oh my God, y'all. Listen, this took me out. Okay. I'm talking like, who did this? Hey, Vicky. Good to see you. Oh, Vicky, stay put. You're going to love this song.
Josh, I'm not singing, so just
come on, Six Up. Come on now.
Come on, sing along.
The band is back together. We're creating a band, and now you're in it together.
Hey, Rocco, good to see you. Welcome in, Mazakine. It does sound good, Josh. It was so good.
It's a band.
Go ahead. I laughed. I kept laughing, okay? Because, well, should we go ahead and play it for him?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's pull it up. Hold on.
Can I just say, I'm a fan of Beyonce, but this is better than 2/3 of Beyonce's country album.
Way better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Fred's my name, a hillbilly with a cold. Always high, always looking for his next load. Snitching on everyone, causing a commotion in this little with secrets unsafe from the notion. Living in a trailer with a mind full of weed. Fred's always scheming, planting that seed. It's YouTube creator wife. They're a team ripping folks off. It's all part of their twisted dream. Fred's got a drug problem, ain't no doubt about that. Cocaine and meth, they got him hooked, that's a fact. He'll snitch on his mama, his cousin, and his brother. No one's safe from Fred, he's like no other. He's like no other. Got him hooked, that's a fact. No snitch on his mama, his cousin and his brother. No one's safe from Fred, he's like no other.
Best song ever. My new favorite song.
Yes.
He'll snitch on his mom and his brother. He's like no other.
I hear the B-side is a Devo cover, Fred's version of Whip It. Whip It real good.
Oh, shit. She's crazy. So that shout out to, is it Crystal Crime? What is it, hun?
Crystal's
Crime
Crime
Conversation.
Time. Oh, Crime Conversations.
Yeah, she switched it up. It's
Shout
so
out
good.
to her, because she put this together and it really took me out. And that's supposed to be Fred Hill.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh shit. That one really, I couldn't even talk last night when Tanga dropped it. I'm like, this is funny. He's like no other. He'll snitch on his brother. Did it say something about his wife too?
I don't know.
Oh God. Well,
Yeah,
If
it
YouTube
did.
create a wife, and the fact that the two of them work together to sort of rip people
Scamming. Yeah.
off. Scamming.
it's true. They have became a duo on that.
Did you
Great.
hear
That should
yesterday?
be
Who
his,
did I ask for money? Oh, I don't know. Your Nightbot dropped. Do you want to
Was
pay
it every
Fred's
3
bills?
minutes on Nightbot? I gather the two of them are going to do a Bob Marley cover, Scamming. We're scamming.
We're scamming.
Hey, Fancy Glam, welcome to membership. Can somebody play her video?
Yeah, you
Fred's song. Oh God. We'll get into the show soon. We're gonna.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
Thank you.
Oh, it's going to be a day. We're all high energy this time of day, aren't we?
I definitely am.
Seeing Fancy in the chat has reminded me. I would like to give a shout out to Coffee Time with Shining Survivors. That's the name of the channel. If anybody got the link and they can drop it, I'd appreciate that. I didn't plan this. I should have grabbed it before. Shining, who is Fancy's sister, did a remarkable live. One of the most honest and least self-pitying lives that I think I've ever experienced on YouTube, talking about her situation growing up, and more significantly, the loss of her brother, who sadly took his own life, and the whole circumstance around that, the way that it was talked about publicly and on the news, and feelings about it, just a real honest and open live. And whether you've got experience of that for yourself, whether you've ever felt that way yourself, whether you've had friends who felt that way, I would urge you to go and listen to that if you can. I know for some people it's very difficult, but I mean, Bree, she's in the chat, who's been through a similar situation, saying it was very touching. It really is worth the listen. And if you have a moment, it's not particularly long, but it is well worth a listen.
Yeah, it is. Yes, XX Country. We see you. Josh B is a new member.
Welcome to membership, Josh. Let's play him a video.
Six Up has decided.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
Thank you.
Six Up was going to sing for him.
Oh, go
was
ahead,
not.
Six. I'm sorry.
I was not. And I knew you were going to say that. And I was thinking, I'm so glad that fucking video just cut her off. Sorry. I already said the upward twice and it's daytime.
She always talks right when I push the button. And there's
She
nothing-
does.
I cannot get out of it. At that point, it has already been clicked. But
Yeah,
that's when she will choose
committed.
to talk.
I'll remember.
He'll snitch on his mama.
His brother. He's like no other.
Thank you, Chris.
Wow.
and
Thank you for my memberships. Welcome, Rocco.
oh, thank
Welcome
you.
September, Jane's Addiction, Soup.
Soup.
Are we
Thanks.
able to give away memberships, guys?
We need to start doing that.
We
Giving
can't.
away.
We cannot. The way this account was set up,
Ah,
it's set up as a brand account.
We need to see whether we
don't.
can switch it.
yeah.
I'll look into it and see whether there's a way of doing it so that we can do that, because I would really love to do that.
Yeah.
Have you tried to do it while you're live, Eliza? Have you gone in your studio? and
Yes,
just
I
went
have
into-
tried
okay.
several times. I have tried all kinds of different ways. I've read the instructions. I've done all the things, and it said because you're a brand account, you don't have that yet. They may
Yeah,
get
we've-
it to the brand accounts, but
We've got to
Not-
deal with the brand account aspect. I'll read up and see whether there's some way of doing it. I'm sure there must be a way around it, but not from the way that everybody else can do it, which is why Eliza's not had any luck. I'm not saying that Eliza can't figure it out, because if anybody can, Eliza can, but it's going to be because it's the brand account. While we were talking about Baby Meth Monkey and his stalker wife, I wanted to mention something that, again, rose its fucking ugly head, pardon my language. Ziggy, for some reason, has decided that all Cyndis, every Cyndi in the world, no matter how it's spelt, no matter what face accompanies the name, must be our Cyndi, Mama Jerk. Spelt C-Y-N-D-I.
No matter how
This
redheaded
other
the
Cyndi,
picture is.
this other Cyndi, a different age, different build, different hair color, different spelling of name, different places that she hangs out, not a person who hangs out here, made a comment in some chat that she was going to contact social services about Fred making money on the side, different things. And of course, her screenshots made their way to Ziggy, and Ziggy decided to say that it was our Cyndi. She said she didn't know why Cyndi was still going on about everything that had happened in the past. She'd been paid back, and now she was out here phoning social services. I promise you, Cyndi has not been on here. She's certainly not been giving Ziggy a second thought. Cyndi is living a wonderful second chapter of her life. They have bought a beautiful house on the coast. They are totally refurbishing it. She's got a new social circle. She's loving living on the beach. And every time that we hear from her, which is not in chats like this, it's privately, she's telling us about different things that she's doing. You know, what she's sort of refurbishing, where she's gone, who she's met. She has never mentioned you. She's not interested in you. She would like to forget about you. And she would certainly appreciate you not putting her name in your mouth and then spitting it out with allegations like this. Cyndi has done nothing.
I mean, honestly, everything Pearl said, and have you not noticed Cyndi hasn't been around? That's because she's living her life like it's golden, and nothing about YouTube or what Ziggy's up to is on her mind. I promise you that. Seriously, get that out of your head. But I think you're doing it on purpose, so.
Yeah, I think he's doing it purposely. God forbid that anything should be left to lie. But yeah, you keep on. That it's everybody every day dragging you, when in fact, actually, the person who's been doing the most talking about other people is you.
Facts. No, that's a real fact. Yeah. I agree, Josh B. But she won't be getting off of, hey, always one street. She won't be getting off here anytime soon. Her and her husband, Fred Hill, they got bills to pay, and this is the only way they're going to get them done.
Well, she said recently in the last couple of days that she feels married to Summer Wells' case.
That's weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah. And speaking of weird people on YouTube.
Oh, well, this could be. Pick anyone from the pack. If we're going to get talking about, unfortunately, we're not talking about the case.
Nope.
But still, because we're talking about drama surrounding this case, it is really important that we mention Sebastian, the fact that he's missing, and all his details. That is the only real hard fact and important thing in all the drama, which is the thing that we're going to be talking about, the drama around it, not the true crime case. But we have to mention Sebastian.
Yeah.
Can anybody actually read that? I can't read it on my laptop. It's a little bit small.
Amber Alert. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, age 15, male, white, with brown hair and brown eyes. Height is 5'5". Weight is 120 pounds. He's missing from Summer County, Tennessee. He's been missing since February 26, 2024. And if you have any information on his whereabouts or any information on this case, you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Mm-hmm.
Just a reminder there, if you have any information on his case, you call the TBI. You don't hit a panel on YouTube.
Please.
Also, you don't phone TBI with just rumors and nonsense.
Yep. We've seen that before too. And people will abuse TBI like that. I've seen it.
In the chat, I actually posted the TBI newsroom Amber Alert for Sebastian. So people
can
Thank you, Seth.
This weekend, it really got a little crazy on YouTube. You know, people talking about the case. It's kind of come down to, it's weird how this happens, especially around missing children's cases, but it seems like it comes down to whose side are you on regarding the parents. In this case, there's a mom and a stepfather and a father, and they're on different sides. Okay, so
it seems like everyone in YouTube is also split on different sides.
Yeah.
This.
And really, it feels like this case is just Summer Wells 2.0, but on a speed run. All the things that we saw slowly unfold watching Summer's case, we're seeing now. But what is strange is that people aren't focusing on the fact that people are behaving the same way. They're trying to make a comparison. They're trying to say that these two cases are similar, but are they? In both cases, a minor is missing, but they're very different ages, different backgrounds, different genders. Apart from the fact that both of them went missing from their home address and that it's Tennessee, what exactly are these similarities in this case that people keep saying, oh, it's just like Summer? Is it?
The similarities are in the creator's exploitation.
That's exactly. Similarity. Yeah. That's the only one I'm seeing. And one of them who takes it way too far all the time in the cheesiest, corniest way is one you know of by Smiley story.
Now, I don't know whether all of you remember how Smiley sort of crash landed into this sector. She was a big Doug fan, Dougie Hutton. I believe he's recently made a return, but I've not really seen him about. But I have to be fair and say I've not looked. I didn't have much time for Doug, and one of the last times that he was on YouTube before he was kicked, somehow he got it into his head that we were part of a conspiracy against him. Circle Jerk somehow were part of this big conspiracy to take away his channel, and that was a huge surprise to us.
I
Wow.
forgot about that.
We were on his kill list. Do you remember that? He had a
Yes.
list of like 13 or 14 creators that he had it with, and we were one of them. We only did one show, and we were.
I'm so impressed we had that much power. Wow.
Everybody
Who else
sort
can we
of.
get rid of?
We do
'Cause I
have
have a list.
disproportionate power. Oh, Crystal Crime Conversations is in the chat. Thank you for letting us share your video.
The people
It-
loved it.
People did love it. It's not some major alignment between channels. It's just us borrowing a video. So don't make it into something it's not.
Well,
Yeah, but
I've been enjoying seeing Crystal trolling the shit out of Ziggy with Fred and Ziggy's own words over the last
Yes.
week. That has been
Same.
beautiful.
Same. And I also want to mention that I recently heard Ziggy talking about Crystal and saying that she needs to file another lawsuit or get a protection
Oh,
order.
here we go.
Ziggy, enough. Enough, girl. Enough is enough. Stop it.
I mean, really, how many protection orders do you have to fill the paperwork out with before you start cringing in embarrassment at your own self? I mean, obviously you won't, because I don't think that you were given the capability to cringe or the self-knowledge. But it's just ridiculous. It's becoming a joke now. The threats constantly to get a protection order out on different creators. Just give it up. Take the criticism or go away. I mean, those are your choices.
How did that protection order work out for her? The one against me. Like, how did that work out for you, Ziggy?
What happened?
Remember
to
where
that
she
window
wrote,
ninja?
right? When she wrote, I want her to never say the word Ziggy or Adrian again. Haha, here I am.
Still saying it.
And no one's stalking. I mean, we talked about this the other night, the stalking thing. You being criticized or commentary being done on you does not equate stalking. Please stop using that word. I'm not saying that online stalking can't happen. It can, but if it's just criticism, please stop saying you're being stalked.
Yeah,
Please.
there's nothing more ridiculous than somebody hitting the go live button to the public and then saying, oh no, people are watching me. What were you expecting?
Right.
You can always just have a membership live. You could always just have a private chat in a Discord. When you hit the button to go live in public on the World Wide Web, and then you start freaking out that people are watching you, you sort of miss the memo on the way the internet works.
Yeah.
Can
It's
I
not
just
like
play this real quick?
Yeah.
I didn't see any of you guys crying like I am at all. You guys weren't upset. Is that why you put him on Do Not Resuscitate? Because you want him gone so you can get shit as fast as possible? Is that what's going on? What the hell?
Well, I'm just a nice person.
That's a real fit from Ziggy at one time. She was
Good
really
Lord.
meltdown. Anyway, back to Smiley.
Yeah, so Smiley started off as a real big fan of Doug Hutton and eventually started deciding that true crime was going to be her thing.
Wait, remember how she actually started before Doug?
I'm about the phone call. I was just about to get into it.
Yep.
Yeah. So she decides she's going to have a true crime channel. And as her first act, what she decides to do is find the phone number for Don Wells's severely ill and in the throes of dementia father, out in Utah. She phones him up and decides to have a conversation with him, which she records, and quite happily stands by that even now. Doesn't see that that was a problem. It was very, very strange. And then when Benny, again, I've got nothing for Benny,
Yeah.
decides to call her up on panel. She goes up there and she's as pleased as punch with herself. I mean, it really was a smug off between the two of them. And she tells him that he can fuck the fuck off. And that became the thing. She was the fuck off lady. I know that Doug had said it.
She's so proud of it, too.
She's so proud of it. And then, of course, it's, she says that you smiled around and found out.
It's so corny. Hey, Joneson. Yeah, when she says smez, when she says smile around and whatever, I cringe so hard on the inside. It's like, God, please don't say that again.
It hurts.
I actually didn't know the history, so I'm glad that you guys told me about it because I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, that she is the one who phoned Fred's dad and had a very strange
conversation. Dad, darling.
I'm sorry.
Dad.
I'm still on the Fred song.
No, I know, but you know what it's going to be like? Somebody's going to clip that if we don't immediately correct it.
Don's dad, Don Wells' father. She called him and had a very strange conversation with him, and that's how Smiley made her way onto the scene. Now she has a channel. I'm sorry, I don't like her.
She's got flowers too. She's got a bunch of flowers.
There's flowers behind her that's always distracting me. It's like, oh my God. So she goes live. I think this was Saturday night. It was a very bizarre live, and we're going to play it. Fair use, educational, all that stuff. The beginning of the live was very bizarre. I was watching, I guess she had written down some inspirational quotes to subliminally talk about somebody instead of just coming out and saying what she had to say to who she needed to say it to. She did the old slimy subliminal way. That's it. That's your name, girl. And you can see her reading what she had written down and she's trying to have a teachable moment. Ends up just being a cringeable moment. And it will come with a cringe.
Cringeable.
Yeah. Then somebody by the name of Tony Mathis and what's his name? Seth. Was it Seth that came in too? But
yeah,
they didn't vet the person coming in as Tony, I believe. I don't think her or any of her moderators vetted that account to see, is that really who they say they are? So she gets really excited, like she can barely be still. You would have thought somebody just asked her to marry them. She's just giddy and like, oh, yes, you can come up. You just let me know and I'll drop the link. And then in the meantime, in between time, I am going to kill my subscribers with reading some quotes I've written down. Okay. And talks about herself in third person. Okay. She does this a lot. Y'all want me to pull it up?
Pull it up.
I'm scared.
I suppose we better. For those of you who haven't met Smiley and need to prepare yourself, think of her as the Timu Nancy Grace. That's the volume level, the self-regard, and the over-the-topness that you can expect from Smiley.
Timu Nancy Grace.
That hit it right, the nail on the head. The Timu Nancy Grace. I want y'all to look at that flower thing behind her. It used to be smiley faces, right?
Well, it was that originally, and then smiley faces, and then back to that.
Can I say that both the smiley faces and these weird flowers, if anybody sends you a link and you happen to have the misfortune of being in hospital on pain relief when you open the link, this is not a good thing to watch. The flowers and the woman, no, just don't.
And what is she?
Whoa. Look. Chris said, hold on, jerks, there's a presser for Sebastian's. Now, we will not play it, but if you want to drop the link, you can, because you can get, it's kind of dicey playing pressers. Sorry, that came up.
We
So-
would very much urge you to, if you're interested in this case at all, and especially if you're in Tennessee, please watch the presser. We're not going to play it because we're walking a very fine line here. Our main focus is the atmosphere that surrounds true crime cases, not actually true crime cases. And we really don't want to feel like we're exploiting somebody who's already being exploited so much.
Yeah. But thank you for letting us know, because I'm sure a lot of people want to watch that. But back to Smiley here. She's been exploiting this since the beginning. And
She jumped Summer's case real fast for the Sebastian, didn't she?
Oh, yeah.
There's a new money train.
They ain't missing it, okay? They're not going to miss this money train. I'm going to go ahead and let some of it play.
And headphone warning, she does have a fit.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Annie, thank you for being a member. Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
It's rare.
I'm going to skip around on this because I'm going to get to the part where the father comes up and how this goes down.
You ever get cussed by parents of a missing child? It's just a rare. This is another one.
Hold on.
Josh, I'll send it to you.
Also, it made me think about this. You didn't see this just a minute ago, but the person that tried to come up here just a minute ago was under them same trees when Seth tried to come up here the first time and got disconnected. So is Chris with Seth and Tony right now? Because when Seth and Tony was there, Chris tried to come up here under the same fucking trees where they were at just a minute ago, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I think they're all in this fucking shit.
I remember she's mad.
She was so close. She was so close to a breakthrough there.
Yeah.
Of realizing it was the same tree line, and therefore it was probably this Tony guy trolling as Chris. So close. I was so sure she was going to come out with that. But no, Occam's razor tells you the simplest answer is the correct one. Okay?
Right.
Most occasions, the simplest answer here is, if it's the same tree line, it's the same people. It's not actually Chris. Oh no. Smiley believes in Occam's food blender. She just rams stuff in, flips the switch, and mushes it all together. No, her solution is, it is a conspiracy between these two men who seem to hate each other's guts, working together purely to wind up Smiley. That's how important she is.
Yes, Vicky. And he will come back up. And things get very strange when he comes back up.
Together now. That's what you didn't see up here under my little panel just a minute ago. First it was Seth, and he got disconnected the first time. Then we saw Seth and Tony. Then Chris tried to come up here under the same fucking trees that Tony come under a Chris's name. So what the hell is going on?
Well, I think it might be a troll if we're not careful, and I'll tell you why later.
No.
Yeah, you think it might be a troll? You got trolled hard. And what is Smiley doing with her? Is she throwing up gang signs or sign language? Did y'all notice that?
I did. I'm going to have to do a diss track if it carries on.
A diss track.
I'll help, girl. We'll get to work this afternoon.
I don't know. They were at the school, so I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Chris could be there with them.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, here's Seth. Okay, Seth. What?
Did you notice that? Justin said the thing that was logical and sensible. Smiley immediately rejected that. So Justin, handbrakes turn into, oh, but it could be Chris. Honestly, have some backbone.
Please. And then, okay, Vicky, here is the father, okay? He does come up. Here he is now. And she's all hype, but she'll calm down. I'm going to tell you why she'll calm down. She's got the father on her panel. But hold on.
First of all, I meant no disrespect for you, Miss Smiley. And I will tell you right now, Chris Proudfoot ain't nowhere near me.
Okay, so you're sitting there watching me. So why did you come on here like that? Why? Why? I mean, who is lying? What is going on right now? What?
Did I miss the part where
this is
Trevor's
the second
up there?
bit? Yeah, there's this is the second bit.
Okay, I thought I was on the first bit. Let me go back to give some context.
That is Seth? Are you kidding me? Seth, come up here.
Look at the glee on her face. She's so excited. Oh, my life. I've got
Seth,
a
please
live
come
one.
up here.
Hook him up. Get him on the panel.
She's begging. Seth, please come up here.
Smiley.
Hi, Seth.
See? Right here in front of Beach High School. In front of my son's high school. Of course, it's me. Trevor Lee, you slimy little slime ball.
Ho, 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 ho. Seth, what's going on?
Chloe, I asked her to step back because she was leaking stuff. I know you don't got me in the show yet, but she was leaking information.
You are in the show.
Oh, I am in the show. My bad.
You are.
Now this right here was fake as fuck. This mofo, yeah, he knew he was on the show. Why did he act like he didn't know he was on the show?
Because he wanted to make that dig against somebody and then throw rocks and hide his hands. Oh, I didn't realize we were already live. Come on, you've been on enough panels now, Seth. No one is buying that.
No, I know I'm not on the show yet. Yeah, you know you're on the show. This is cringe.
You are in the show. Hold on.
I figured I was still backstage talking to you, Smiley.
No, you're in the show. You're in the show. Mic drop. Mic drop.
Pretty much. Yeah, Chloe leaked. Chloe gave the audio file to Trevor Lee, knowing full well that I would take the blame because I'm the person that does that. And then I did my own investigation to find out where it was. He sat there and leaked it off the podcasters and everything else, and then wants to get all uppity because I won't let. Hi, Smiley. I won't let my PR person sit there and defend Chloe. Who the hell does Trevor think he is to sit there and tell somebody that's working for me to do something?
Smiley, I'm sorry, hon. I don't know who you are, and I don't know whose profile that is, but it's not mine. I've been with Seth all day.
Y'all didn't say you were coming on my channel.
Somebody was out there saying that we were coming on the panel. That Tony said that we were coming on. We've been out here riding around all day.
You got trolled.
My question is, y'all, why didn't any of her mods check those links? I don't know. It's just weird to me that you wouldn't check that. But so is Tony a representative? God, I can't talk.
Tony is the very recent addition to Seth's team. And the whole point when he arrived on the scene very, very recently was that he was going to rein in all these panels and public appearances. They were only going to go on serious news shows, and it was all going to be, a much more tight-run ship and away from the drama. Well, that didn't last long, did it? It seems that Tony is just as partial to the drama as anybody else. Yeah.
Does that remind y'all of Tim Mullins?
A little bit.
Okay.
By the way, doesn't this gentleman, Tony Mathis, have like 3 GoFundMes in these children's names or the family names?
I have heard that. I can't confirm that, but I have heard that said.
And
All right.
can I ask, does it seem weird to anybody else that they are that Seth is calling people and people are saying team? This is my
Team.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little
it's
bit.
very strange. But
All right.
he's a man who does have a sense of importance about himself.
Well, I'm going to let it play a little bit and I'm going to run to the bathroom. So if y'all talk and I don't stop it, it's because I ran to the bathroom. I'll be right
She's
back.
pooping, guys.
I don't do such a thing.
She'll be yelling from in there. Can you hear me?
Can you bring me some toilet
Checking out places for
paper?
searching and everything else.
Oh, okay. So I got like almost 1,700 people in here.
Mic drop. Sorry about that.
Wow. Okay, so
Notice
I
what's
want
important
you
to
to know
Smiley there,
that
the numbers.
I love Trevor, and
Hey, I tell you what, I'm sorry. I thought he was a great person too. But after I saw, I got so many snakes that were in my group, I'm still cutting heads off. And it came as a shock to me. It came as an absolute shock that this man, I can't even call him a man, that this individual would sit there and lie to my face and then sit there and put out lies to begin with. And now he want to go out there whenever I'm in a podcast or whatnot, and nothing about Sebastian. No, nothing about my son. All about Chloe and her little clique. When I asked her to step back, she took almost all the searchers with them. And now people are like, oh, it was like a slap to my face. They don't know why I asked her to step back. But I asked her to step back because she's a private investigator trying to be a SAR person. You need to get out of the field and get back to doing private investigation, which she wasn't doing. She wanted to vet everybody. Like everybody. Like, I want to know, what size foot they were when they were born. And it's like, I will accept help from anybody to find my son. And people are taking my good-hearted nature and just trampling all over it. And it's going to bring out the negative part of me that don't give a flying. Smile around and find out.
You're pushing away everybody.
Did you see that skyline on the Chris guy?
Yep.
Whoever Chris was.
And that's Trevor that's up here now. So this is when things really go off the rails, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's coming.
That's trying to help you.
Trevor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that him himself? You know where I'm at, Trevor. Why don't you just go ahead and step out of Chloe's house and come on over, boy? And I'll show you what a man does.
Oh,
Step.
you're really helping find Sebastian doing this.
Hey, why you sitting there changing your face? Hey, what? Can't spend the time looking for summer no more, right? You want to say where I'm at? You see where I'm at. You don't know what I'm doing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you on this panel?
I want y'all to look at Smiley real quick. She's loving this. And Pearl pointed this out last night. This right here is not, oh, this is awful. Oh, this is raising my numbers.
Oh, you're going to see where she fakes some tears later.
Oh, no.
She does this whole little bit of wiping her dry damn eyes.
Can we get a cringe warning? Can we get cringe warnings in the chat?
Warning for sure.
Right now.
Why
Don't you ever, and I will let this be publicly known. You, Chloe, your whole team does not have my blessing to use my name or my son's name to ask people to search on their property. Like you have a contract with me. Trevor, you need to go home, boy. This is out of your league.
Is it because if I recall, I'm the one that's...
Yeah, is it because if I recall, I didn't ask you to respond. I told you to get off the panel, boy. This is my son, not yours. My son, not yours. My son. This is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I named him. I named him Sebastian. I named him Drake. I named him Wayne. I named him Rogers. That's my last name. Take your Trevor Lee ass and fuck off, dude.
I gotta say something, and I hate saying it, but I got to. I know this is a father of a missing child, but all of this seems performative to me.
All of the parents in this situation seem pretty performative to me. I don't like any of them. All I care about is that Sebastian's missing and he needs to be found. I don't like the parents. I don't have to like any of the parents to care about their kid.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I know I've said before about disability, but I absolutely know it to be a fact about disabled people, and I'm sure that it speaks the same for parents in these awful situations. Most things do not change you fundamentally, even tragic things. We tend to have this idea that a tragedy happens in your life, you lose the ability to walk, a child goes missing, you're in a car crash, you go bankrupt, whatever. That these huge traumas fundamentally change people. They don't. No one becomes an angel. If you were a dickhead before, you're now a dickhead on wheels. And
Yep.
unfortunately, if you were a difficult personality before, and your child unfortunately goes missing, and you are trying desperately to find them, you're still going to be a difficult personality who is looking for their child. Sainthood does not come down from the heavens at this moment of great trauma and drama and upset for you. And people need to understand that we're dealing with very human people here. There are no angels. Just as everybody wants to immediately think that Don and Candace, like, there is nothing possibly good about them at all. Other people want to portray other parents of missing children as there is nothing bad about them possibly at all. No, they're all humans. In
Yeah,
different
I agree.
situations.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to ever pick on a parent of a missing child, but if I see what I'm seeing here, for instance, I can't not note. I notice this seems performative to me. So
this
in my opinion, he's the number one exploiter of his own child.
Yep.
That's my
and
opinion.
also, in my opinion, it's not only these parents, it is all of these creators jumping in there, putting these parents on panel, collecting all of these super chats and views, and they just keep egging it on and on and on. And they're giving them a place to go, and they just keep dragging it on and on and on. So to me, the creators are the main problem.
I agree.
All of them. I'm not going to name no names, but
no,
they
there's
know
some
who
good
they are.
creators. There's some good creators,
And the good creators are
contributing to
sucked
this.
up right into the middle of it too.
Yep.
So, you know what? I don't even listen to it. That's why I haven't said too much. I don't listen to none of it. None of it. I have no interest because it's just a bunch of garbage to me. I don't think any of them's innocent. I don't know what happened to the boy. I really, really don't. But I don't know whether the parents did anything or not. That's not for me to say. But certainly these creators, they don't know for sure. So they need to stop acting like they do. And,
right.
These panels are like the little weight on top of a pressure cooker. These people are already in the pressure cooker of a hugely dramatic circumstance of a missing child. They don't know how things are going to work out. They must be constantly in a state of hyper alertness and discomfort. They are already very human people. And then you have panels where one speaks about them and it gets taken back to the other parent, and sometimes spin is put on it. These panels and these creators are the weight on the pressure cooker, just ramping that pressure up. And it's no surprise that they then become the venue for these people to completely blow steam off. In the past situations like this, where the parents of a missing child totally lost their shit, and I'm sure all of them do at some stage, but it would have been in the privacy of their own four walls, to a friend, or the police, the sort of support person that the police provide. And they could have done all their ranting about the police are useless. My ex-wife is this, her husband is that.
Right.
All that rage and frustration would have been vented in a safe place. It wouldn't constantly be replayed and commented on by thousands of people.
Well, don't you think that the creators too, even the ones that are not having the parents up on panel, are playing into this too by
The
going on
sides.
about
Absolutely.
the sides, like
Absolutely.
oh, these parents, they're doing this or that, and then the other, you got Team Seth, and then you got Team Proudfoot, and they're playing into it, even though they don't think that they are. If I don't understand what is to be gained for Sebastian by these panels going on and on and on.
Nothing.
Nothing has changed since like very early on. So post his information, get his picture out there, let people know that he's missing. That's it. We don't need to know what Seth had for breakfast, or it's
Who he had an argument with in
ridiculous, and it's even by creators that
And there's
say
going
they
to
don't
be
get it.
people who immediately listen to that and then say, well, how is what you're doing any different? In some ways, that's a fair criticism, but in other ways, if people don't talk about this as a behavior and challenge
won't
it as a
change.
behavior, what changes?
Right.
Well, Pearl, I like what you said, and I think we need to circle back to that. When you were talking about where these parents would do this, maybe, blowing off steam, it would be with detectives, police, who are used to this and don't take it so seriously and don't break it down to sides, team this, team that, where it's now happened on YouTube. When we hear something, we're not even trained for this, okay? So when we hear something bad about the other parent, we're jumping to conclusions. Where police, detectives, TBI, FBI, all those people are trained for this. They know what's going to happen in a missing child's case if you've got one parent over here and one parent over there. They're
Well,
ready.
I'd like to see one creator out there. Just all of these creators in this trauma community. Show me a child that they found. Show me one. There's none. Absolutely none. There is nothing good that's come out of any of this.
It's all
it's
harm.
it's just
all harm.
a bunch of bullshit talk, and they make me sick.
Yeah, I often feel like the only valid aspect of the true crime sector is those channels that cover a case when it's in trial or when it's past trial, when it's all done, and they do it as a historical case. But the amount of people who are on here who claim to be victim advocates with absolutely no basis for that other than them proclaiming themselves as caring for the victim is frankly sickening. You are not advocates for these people in any way, shape or form.
Right. I don't want to mess up your
if
name.
Smiley's an advocate, where's all the members and the super chat money in this live stream going?
Well, right to her pocket. Salty fry, exactly what I was saying. Yes, we're humans. We jump to conclusions. That's why it needs to be off YouTube. I agree. Like, of course, during trial or after, I understand it then if you want to discuss it. But I think
because then you're discussing facts.
Yeah,
I don't mind the fact-based channels, but when it becomes the way that Smiley and several of the others do it, it's very salacious, it's very tabloid, and they really are just looking for the hits, the views, and the cash, and they will do anything to get it, no matter how disgusting. We've had Don in our chat once asking for a link, and we've told him, no, this isn't what's best for you. Just
exactly. We didn't even let Don Wells up because we didn't want that.
No.
Well, they're out there. They get one little piece of information and they have to get it out before somebody else does.
Right. And the parents are desperate for help, and they'll do almost anything to get it. But
they've got to recognize by now, they're like 90 days into this, right? They've got to recognize by now that this isn't helping. It's only hurting. Look at how the statistics on parents' relationships when tragedy strikes in a family. Now, so you have that where marriages fall apart. So you can imagine when you've got a situation where the parents are already apart. It's YouTube's not helping the family dynamic with this family at all. They're not helping find Sebastian if they're talking about, who has a bad attitude, who is looking where, when. Just leave that for law enforcement. They're trained for it.
It's quite possible.
Well, nobody's looking because they're all on YouTube.
Right.
I mean, I would be beside myself and beyond angry if my child's case was turned into such a circus so fast and nobody cares. It's the biggest joke.
I think that's part of the problem. We say that the 90 days in and they should know that this is the way that YouTube works by now. And of course, in some ways they do, but also they're locked into a cycle. If you think about it, as anybody on YouTube, the urge to have the right to reply, it really can suck all of us in. I mean, goodness knows, I know I've done it.
Yeah.
When somebody has said something about me and I want to answer that and put that perception right. And it must be even more so for them. But it is, they're on a hiding to nothing. There is no putting this right. Whatever you say in reply to the thing that has been said, it's just going to be taken and folded and put out again a different way.
Yeah. We see it happening. Bubblegum. She's been a member for 7 months and she's happy to see you, Pearl, and her name changed.
Thank you, Bubblegum. Yes, escaped from the big house.
So I'm going to let a little bit more of this play. But I think this is sparking a good discussion. I do.
Hey, Jimmy.
You want to son? Literally, this is my goddamn son.
Seth. Oh my God.
The fakest,
Trevor, you okay?
oh my God, I've heard for ages.
Well, that went well.
Right.
Did she knock Trevor off or did he fall off? What happened to him? Let me go.
He might have slipped off Chloe's porch.
Yeah.
Can somebody tell me
was a
who
good
Chloe
move,
is?
I was
Chloe
thinking
is
that
somebody who
too.
was helping Seth before, and she was criticized
Like a private
for-
investigator, correct?
Yeah, she wanted to make sure that everybody involved in helping didn't have any dodgy background, and that was perceived as slowing the process down by Seth, which in one aspect I can understand, but also, if ever there's a time when you don't need questionable people around you, it must surely be when you're looking for your missing child. Anyway, they fell out.
Well, I mean, questionable backgrounds. TM put out Smiley and family's background. It's a little questionable.
Yeah. Yeah. She ended up getting doxxed again. This is what happens again with the
Smiley doxed these people. She put a picture of their house on her community page.
God almighty. Seriously? Oh, yes, I do remember that a few weeks ago.
She's an entire trash can.
You're right. I wonder if I can.
Real quick, TJ, Chloe is a licensed PI.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, Cher. Hold on. I mean, you're fine. Let's see if I can get.
Oh,
Thank
Lord.
you, metal clips. And oh my God. Here
The
comes
dumpster fire alarm went off on YouTube. Dumpster fire alert, and immediately Cher was in there like a rat up a drain pipe.
I swear.
She heard the can rattling.
I heard the alarm go off.
Thank you, Metal Clips, for the $2.99 super sticker.
Thank you, Metal Clips.
Let's see what. Thank you, Vasker. Great discussion. Love you guys. Thank you.
I'd like to hear a little more from Six and what she's thinking.
I'm still scared.
I feel you.
No,
Well,
but really, I think that Seth, this is what I think. I really think a lot of thoughts about Seth. I've been watching all of this go down. I watch other channels. I won't mention the names, but I've been picking up a few of them over on my channel. And I just think that Seth is a lot of the problem. And if you really care for your child, that's what I want to call Seth out. Like, you're on YouTube. We're 90 days in. Enough. Look at what you're doing to your kid on here, man. It's out of control. It's gross.
Yeah.
And these people are taking advantage of you. Look at them. Look at all the vultures come in. And
I mean,
I've
look,
seen it live. They're all in there.
Yeah, Smiley's rubbing her
him.
hands together like a grubby little bug. She's so excited up here.
Mhm.
Yeah. You can see him in the chat.
Him back up here. Can I get him back up here? T-Rev, can you call him and see if I can get him back up here? Tell him Trevor's gone. Can somebody get him back up here? This is.
I have all these people in the chat.
Hold
How
on.
dare he just drop off like that?
I'm sorry. I mean, you can talk, but this didn't go over very.
She is tore out of hell. I mean, she don't even care what else is going. Somebody call him and get him back up here. Do you see the numbers happening in my chat right now? Now, come on. Nothing else matters. Wow.
Yeah, she got one hand on the trophy there, and then she felt it fumble, and it was like, "Oh no, I'm not going to fumble the bag."
She's like, I went to all this work to stick this flyer on my background.
Hold on a minute. Hold on just 1 minute. I got to think. Cher, I'm sorry. You could stay up here, but I got to think just a minute, y'all. Just hold on a minute.
The money just rolls in.
Oh, Lordy, just hold on a minute. Missing the point, MNT clan. Listen, I've not asked him to go on my panel. You're missing the whole fucking point.
Can you stop there a
You're
second?
missing the.
She's missing the whole point.
Do you remember before he came up and she saw him in the chat? And she's saying, come up, come up. Do you remember? Just
I remember.
She said, please come up
get
here.
Him back.
She begged
get
him.
Back. But she hasn't asked for him to come up. Some of these creators have the memory of a goldfish. They don't remember what they said 3 minutes ago.
She didn't ask, she begged.
When they get called out on it, they're like, no. Yeah.
Point. He roams in my chats. I've never asked him to come on my channel. In fact, we're not here tonight because I asked him to come on my channel. Okay? There's something odd about him coming in. In fact, I've told all creators, you should leave Seth alone. If he wants an interview, he knows where each one of us is at. Matter of fact, I thought everybody should leave him alone. But you were just saying,
get him back. But you're just saying, get him back up here.
Share that there's a damn emergency.
Yeah.
Get him on that panel.
Look, she wouldn't even speak to the person on panel with her. She's like, you can talk if you want to. I got to get this person. Yeah. I got to think.
Yeah. Look at all this lot, though. Even if they don't say anything, they've got to have their face up there at this moment when there's a huge crowd in the chat. Goodness, God forbid that a drama goes down anywhere and they haven't managed to get their face up on that panel.
They're like, you see me?
That mug in.
I mean, Justin, for example, he's like, that's really what he's doing behind that avatar is cheesing like that. Do y'all see me? I'm like here too.
Dropping my link.
I'm still just praying Justin gets a better lipstick. That's all.
Lord,
I would suggest that Justin turn down the filter that he's using on that camera, because there were a couple of stages in the one live, if you remember, because I was showing you girls, that he lost his nostrils and all definition from his ears. That is when you have your filter turned up far too high.
Pearl, that was so funny and true. You dropped it in the Discord. You were like, Justin has his filter on so high. The other picture of whoever he was showing literally didn't have any nostrils. Oh, God.
Yeah, for an interview. But then it hit me one day. It's kind of odd. He goes on these panels. Nothing against you know, these couple that he goes on. But it's kind of odd when you come in somebody's chat and but you don't hit their link up. It's just kind of odd. But is it because he fears the way I interview that he will slip up and do?
I know she didn't. Look, I'm just going to say it. Fears the way you interview, Smiley. I have seen you interview. You don't. Hold on a minute. I took a bite of something.
You suck.
You don't get
I'll say it. You
anything
suck at
together.
interviewing.
She sucks, y'all. She don't write down anything. She don't get her questions together. She relies on Justin and the chat to get it together for her. Did she really give herself that much credit? She sure did.
Yeah, if there's a level lower than Timu Nancy Grace, that's the level Smiley hits when she's trying to interview. I'm not sure what that would be. Perhaps you can fill me in the chat.
Oh, wow. Is he afraid? The way, oh my God.
Or say something? Is there a fear there? There's something wrong with this picture. Now I'm fucking starting to get mad. And also, while we're at it, I don't like the damn games being played, matter of fact.
Oh, that's
and there's
right.
something about this shit right here. Why is it you want to be surrounded with all the damn criminals? Why is it in your group? Let's just get down to the.
She's so mad.
I don't like the games. Meanwhile, she comes with player pieces in her purse.
Right? She brought the die.
It's embarrassing.
Cindy, we were talking
Thanks for being a
about
member
you.
for 9 months, Cindy. You too. Sorry, 6.
There's my Cindy.
We were just telling everybody how you don't come on YouTube anymore. Makes a liar out of us.
It's like a little kid that how they immediately prove you wrong when you say something about them.
Right.
It
We
is
miss
good to
you.
see her though.
Craigslist. Yeah.
What were you saying, 6? We interrupted you. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're complete. I was just saying, like, we were just talking about you, and there you are. I was going to say, are your like ears burning? Was there something going on? Because we missed you.
We definitely missed you.
We miss you, but we're really, really glad that we're missing you for the right reason, which is you're making all these renovations to your fabulous house and making a new community in a wonderful sort of beachside situation. So, yeah, we miss you, but we miss you for the best reasons.
I'm a little jealous.
Damn nitty-gritty, okay?
She's made it clear all we got to do is get a plane ride out there and we can stay.
Right.
I need to
It's
play
gonna
something for her
happen.
before you move on.
We need to make that happen at
Yeah,
Beachside
you need the
Jerk
video.
Rendezvous.
Thank
I'll
you,
need a few
Cindy.
months to get organised, but
All right.
Wait a
I'm gonna push the
minute.
button, no talking.
Did Pearl just commit to coming to the coast
did.
of the United States?
I've already promised Cindy. I've already promised Cindy that it will happen one day.
And you better believe
Yep.
I'll be going then too.
Y'all, I'm trying to play a video. Stop
Oh
talking.
my
like-
God. Let her play that video.
Maybe we can buy some dick with it.
And that was such a nice amount that we could possibly buy a little bit of dick for everyone. Hurrah!
Thank you, Cindy. We love
Thank
you.
you, Cindy. Just the tip, Pearl. Everybody gets it.
Elizabeth turned into Smiley back here, y'all. I am
It gives a
pissed.
whole new meaning to getting a tip.
Right. Just the tip.
You might have been at work and had a damn alibi. But that don't mean like Hawaii Hawthorne or whatever her name was.
Did she say Hawaiian?
Or whatever her name was.
Hawaiian?
That you wasn't involved in this shit. her daddy out looking for her the whole time. It might have not have been the same case, but it don't, you know, you work for a jail. You could have had criminals to come help. Yeah, here I am. Here I am. Let's all get on the same page here for a minute.
Does she volunteer in her criminal
And Trev Tom hadn't done nothing wrong.
Listen, he has been looking for children since he was a child.
Wait a minute.
Trev.
And bingo, he just talked about Summer Wells' case. Bingo, who's been watching Summer Wells' case and maybe getting these ideas? Now you done piss me the fuck off.
Now I see the gang
Oh,
signs
Lord.
too.
Smile around and find out.
Smile around.
Anytime now, she's going to throw up a gang sign and say, "Pull up, bitch." Please, chill out. You're a white woman of a certain age. You've not suddenly broke out in Kendrick Lamar. Please stop.
He needs to
I
calm
know it's
down.
cringe. It is. I hate when I see this. And
Cyndi does not regret her choice of hanging out at the beach after just watching a few minutes of what's been
Smiley
going
I'm
on.
gonna stay with
no
us,
street
Cyndi.
cred. Smiley has zero street cred. She will never convince me.
No.
She keeps trying to
Smiley-
act like she's hard, though.
Smiley makes my uber white English ass look like a rap god. Please don't.
Have you heard Pearl's Cornfield Paradise? Don't fuck with Pearl.
It's a banger.
It was actually a banger. I'm not going to lie.
So
Hey,
listen, Trev has been giving to Summer Wells since way before Sebastian was missing. All we do is try to get these children's faces out. It's rare you ever get cussed by parents of a missing child. It's just a rarity.
Well,
this
it probably
is
should
another
happen
one.
more often,
Hold on.
Justin.
Say,
Josh, I'll send it to you.
also, it made me think about this. You didn't see this just a minute ago, but the person that tried to come up here just a minute ago was under them same trees when Seth tried to come up here the first time and got disconnected. So is Chris with Seth and Tony right now? Because when Seth and Tony was there, Chris tried to come up here under the same fucking trees where they were at just a minute ago, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I think they're all in this fucking shit together now.
That was a much
That's what
bluer
you
sky.
didn't see up here under my little panel just a minute ago. First it was Seth, and he got disconnected the first time. Then we saw Seth and Tony.
She's really connected this together, guys.
And also, it's getting deep. Look, she's throwing up the gang signs. We're all in trouble. Everybody run.
Okay.
Do y'all see her? Watch this. Hold on.
Then Chris tried to come up here under the same fucking trees that Tony come under a Chris's name. So what the hell is going on?
Everybody be careful. Smiley's about to pop a Popeye in your ass. Popeye.
Timu Nancy Grace just went. She went completely street on us, y'all. Under the same fucking trees as the other one.
Mask off.
That's off the case. God.
Well, I think it might be a troll if we're not careful. And I'll tell you why later.
Later?
I don't know.
Look at the way she's just blinking at him.
I don't know.
It's like, don't disagree with me.
Oh,
on my
that's
own
true, Chris.
panel.
She's mad right now. Don't come up here fucking with me. With facts galore. I won't have it, Justin. I'll drop you too. Mm-hmm.
Smile around and find out.
I will talk to you in third person for the rest of the day. Oh, I hope she does say Smiley's pissed right now.
Be there with him.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, here's Seth. Okay, Seth. What? Now what?
Your impersonation was so good. You stopped and you hit
Right?
the button and it sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, it did.
I've been listening to her, so I've got her. I've got her cued in because I've been listening. If I listen to someone long enough, I can pretty much take over their accent. That's why. And did you see how quick she clicked that when she saw Seth back there. She was just going off.
Jill,
Having a
you're
whole
so right. Smiley is the new Molly for Justin.
Yes, he's got to
Yeah.
have one.
Well, he's got a little pack over there. He's got his own heels on the ground with Prayer Garden and Ziggy. Smiley.
Well, yeah, for a while
Heels in
after
the
Molly
trash.
went. For a while after
Heels
Molly
in the
went,
trash.
he was always with Ziggy. Because obviously he had that sort of person who can't eat with their mouth shut, strange laughter, slovenly hole in his life that he had to fill, and Ziggy was the natural person to do that. But now he seems very chummy with Prayer Garden.
Man, you know you're down bad when you, man, get it together.
First of all, I meant no disrespect for you, Miss Smiley. And I will tell you right now, Chris Proudfoot ain't nowhere near me.
Okay, so you're sitting there watching me. So why did you come on here like that? Why? Why? I mean, who is lying? Why? What is going on right now? What?
Yeah, somebody said that you were first. There's a lag on this thing or something?
I'm sorry, what?
I said there's a horrible lag.
I'm sorry. Now go ahead. Can you hear me?
No, there
He said
isn't
you're a
a
big
lag.
He said there's a lag.
There was no lag, y'all. He got stumped up there. He doesn't know what to say. There's no lag.
Also, I'd like to point out that he was, in fact, there with somebody else, and you'll see it later when he goes off and he walks away from his phone, and his phone is being held in the hands of somebody else, which I would, in my opinion, would probably be his wife. But the fact that he just panned around and like proved that there was nobody
I
there.
know.
It was a
really,
Tony dude, remember?
yeah.
Because he was over his shoulder earlier.
Yeah, he popped
right?
up like little ostrich head.
Right? Like our little girl behind the bushes in the last
Yes.
It's
Can you hear me now?
it's a service. He froze.
Oh, you froze. You froze.
Test.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Of course.
I don't
Here
know.
comes Josh.
Oh my God, it's the same people. Y'all notice this?
Yep.
Of course.
Shout
Go out
out
and come back in.
to
Hold on.
Josh, bottom left there, who in a moment will start breaking out his "I'm really, really sad" guy's face.
I
Oh,
wonder where he
really?
stole it from.
Oh God, I
I'm
gotta
sure he
see.
plagiarized it.
He plagiarized it? Of course he did.
His
Oh,
sad
God.
face.
Hold on. Hold on. How am I gonna make him unfreeze, y'all?
He'll drop off. He'll come back up.
Josh looks so sad that it looks like somebody shot up his laptop again.
Did he get an M&M stuck in his... Oh, sorry. We're not going to...
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Tanga.
And then you got Smiley. How am I going to make him unfreeze, y'all? He's froze, Smiley. You can't make him unfreeze. Hell far. She is tore up, y'all.
Okay.
It's okay.
Tanga, it could be a
Hey, Josh.
starburst.
Hey,
That could be the
that's right.
Now
problem.
there he
Could
is.
be a starburst. I didn't even think of that. Maybe a peanut M&M. What do you think?
Okay.
You guys better go to
Bring
bed.
Skittles?
Seth,
Okay.
we see you. We see
Now
you.
we see.
Hey, Justin.
Hey.
Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
I can.
Miss Smiley, first of all, I did not mean to disrespect your channel and your panel. But I have been dealing with him, as in Trevor Lee, for a minute. All right? And for the disrespect, the distrust, and the betrayal that I feel at this gentleman sitting there backing up a PI who refused to actually do PI stuff for me like I asked her to. And for her to turn around and give him the audio file that got blamed on me for leaking, which I don't care. I've got juicier ones, more juicier ones.
Yeah, but Seth,
All
that was
right.
me.
No, I did my own research, Josh. It wasn't you. It was out. Literally, somebody sent it to my mom. Somebody sent it to my mom. All right.
Yeah.
My mom heard this before you guys even did. I
Yeah,
sure in the hell didn't send no audio file to my mom. You know, she's got enough stress on her plate with her grandchild missing. I got enough stress on my plate with my son missing. And no, I'm at Beach High School, and there is no Christopher Proudfoot here. Nowhere. Like literally nowhere. All
Yeah, I
right.
think it was someone
Didn't he
messing. I
work
think it was a
with
troll.
Josh to release said audio
And I
file?
Do what?
Didn't he work with Josh to release that audio file? The one
Yeah,
that he's bitching about his mom getting?
Yeah. Did you say yes, Pearl?
Yeah, he did. Josh put out a version that he had edited the swear words out of, and he admitted that he was the person who had it, put it out, and edited it.
Yeah, Brianna, cue the manipulation.
Exactly.
Nobody.
And there's so much. It's irritating.
Hey, Misty Day. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Apologize, Smiley, because I have nothing but love for you ever since the first time I came on your chat. But when I find a snake that's hiding in here and sitting there doing nothing but harm to me trying to find my son, it does get me riled up. It gets me riled up because my son's been gone for over 80 days and I can't find. And people just don't understand what it's like to have a kid missing. I ain't getting nowhere. I'm getting nothing from Sumner County. And it makes me wonder if there's other kids in this county that are missing that Sumner County ain't even looking for. If it's not just my kid. There could be hundreds of kids missing and they're not doing their job. And it makes me scared for every one of my son's classmates. All right. I'm at my wit's end. I have gone so long at my house, walking into my house, seeing my son's room empty. He's not playing.
Yeah. God. I hate that. I really do. I mean, I'm sure he's, God, I don't know.
I believe that's absolutely awful. I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I can't either. And I don't feel that that's performative at all. Ugh.
Something that I don't talk about here, and I guess I'm going to bring it up today, is that I don't know what it's like to have a child taken, but I raised a child that was murdered. And I can't tell you the state I would be in if I had to deal with the bullshit that these people put themselves through on here.
Right.
I don't know how I would act, because at that time, I was a disaster. It affected me so profoundly, and I can't imagine. I just can't imagine.
I can't either. And I mean, you're someone that can definitely speak to this on that level. Definitely can put yourself in their shoes as far as that. Imagine that this happened to you as a parent and you came to YouTube. My God, you made the mistake of coming here.
Yeah, it makes it worse. It makes it so much worse. I don't see it helping these parents. I only see the harm that it's doing.
I love you, Tanga.
We love you, Tanga.
And you know what? It makes you like that emotion that it invokes in most people. The people that are on the screen right now with this missing child's parent, they are taking advantage of it. They don't have the kind of empathy that most of us have, and that's the fucking problem.
Can a mod drop the iPhone link to join membership, please?
I just want to say that we've known from day one, really, of being friends about the situation that Tanga went through. And she's exemplary. I have nothing but the utmost respect. I mean, not only do I love her as a friend, but I just do not know how I would have got through that experience. But she's not here every day banging on about it. And some people on here have the slightest thing happen to them, and it is a constant drama every day. When we say that sometimes people just have to have some self-control, we're not speaking out of our asses. Some of us have had real difficult life experiences, and we know that sometimes you just got to fucking tough it out.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. I I'm back. Are we ready? Should I hit play?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
In video games, what people give me shit about. You know what? People are going to give me shit because I let my son experience certain things, like playing video games and not having somebody breathing down on him, tell him you can't be on, you can't play video games because maybe you'll talk to somebody. I had conversations with my son. He didn't even use the headphones. You can't talk to anybody if you don't got the headphones in. It's a PlayStation 4. It ain't no.
And see, this right here is just a quick little point I want to make. This is where, when you come on social media, when something like this has happened, each parent is almost trying to one up the other. I don't know why, but they do. On I didn't do this or I did do this. That doesn't help at all. And I don't know where my point was with this, but just the parents that they feel the need to show everybody, I guess, well, I was the better parent because I didn't do this, so it couldn't have been me. It's almost like they feel like they've got to defend themselves unnecessarily, if that makes sense. And yeah, Joe, you can still chat without headphones, and y'all can judge me if you want to. When mine's playing a video game, I'm breathing down their neck. I don't trust anybody. Okay? That's just me as a parent. So I guess you could call me a bad parent because I'm nosy. I'm over your shoulder. Who are you talking to? That's just me, though. I don't trust people.
PlayStation 5 with built-in stuff. I don't own a PlayStation 5. People giving me shit because I want my son's stuff back. They took his stuff. That's all I have. It needs to be back in his room for when we find him and he comes home. Things are in the same place that they were when he left. Nobody seems to understand. I love my son. I miss my son. And I'm trying to find him. I'm out here today.
You just made me think of something, Sue. When you talked about video games and stuff like that, and him wanting the stuff back in the home, I understand that, but I'm pretty positive that law enforcement took those items because he's a 15-year-old kid who talks online, he games, he's talking to other people. They're probably going through all that information, and it's taken a lot of time. That kind of stuff takes time. I don't know why you would want that back. That's
See, now I came with it from the other angle. I agree with you. They need all that stuff, and they need to go through it to see whether they can go through if there are any chat logs, if there's been any connections with people online. They need to do that, and he should understand that.
Yeah, it all leaves a
part
footprint.
of me that understands he's thinking about
he's
it.
thinking that's his son.
Parent of an autistic
Yeah.
child.
Yep.
He's thinking that his son will want to walk into the room and everything be exactly the same, because his son might freak out at the idea that somebody took something out of his room and would touch it and had it and looked at it, and then it came back. He's thinking of it from that point of view. If his son walks back in the house today, and I understand that, but
Yeah,
the
it's going
two
to be
things
bigger than
cannot
that.
happen at the same time. You can't have the stuff back and want the police to do everything possible to investigate. They need the stuff to do that.
Yeah. They'll probably have to keep that and go through it, and that will take a lot of time, like Six Up said, and they won't be getting it back anytime soon.
No, I hope that they find something. I hope that something happens very soon, that he's found and just comes home, because this is out of control.
Yeah, I was about to ask if anybody watched the presser and was any new information released. Mr. Tomato Head said, man, that presser today really seemed related to this case. Okay.
I believe it was something to do with sextortion cases, where they try to blackmail teenage children into sexual behavior online. I believe that's what that actual presser was about, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. It's just what I've seen go through the chat.
Okay.
Chloe kept me away from search areas. Plenty of search areas. Had people babysitting me because she didn't want me to find my kid. Well, we don't want you to come across his deceased corpse. Well, I'll tell you what, that's some type of closure. Me, I want to come across my son alive and well. All right. But still, to sit there and tell me that you're going to run this. This is my show because it's my son. And nobody's going to sit there and tell me that I can't
don't like that
participate
at
trying to
all.
find.
I don't like that statement at all. And I know that, look, I watch people all night, every night, guys. I watch Tragedy Pimps it's my hobby to watch these people and watch how they move and what they do. And I don't know, that was just a really weird statement to come from a father of a missing child. This is my show. Well, this is exactly what it's turned into, Seth.
Yeah,
It's exactly what it's turned into.
Also, I've got to speak up here for the people who were saying that he shouldn't be allowed to search. I understand that he feels that even if he found his child having passed on, that it would be some form of closure. But don't tell me that if he found his child's body, he wouldn't interfere with that scene in some way. It would be natural for you to walk up straight up to where your child was, even in whatever condition they're in, to want to touch them or hold them or cry over them. And you are, in effect, damaging a crime scene. I know that's not what it is to you, but if you want justice for your child, it is essential that that crime scene is kept as pristine as possible so they can investigate it. I mean, look at the John Benet Ramsey case. From the moment that her father picked her body up in the cellar and went up the stairs, put her down on the floor of their lounge, and his wife threw herself on top of her daughter. That was it. There was everything was messed up about any
evidence.
I mean, the investigation was already a shit show, but that just added an extra dimension to it. And I do believe that if he found his son's body, he would do something that would also mess that situation up.
I
With the
would.
best intentions in the world, I would. You wouldn't be able to stop me. If I saw my child's body, I would be right there.
There's no way to stop a parent. I'm a parent. If I saw that, it's only natural and instinctual to run to your child. I would wreck that crime scene.
Yeah,
Not
I
thinking,
ran to her and grabbed her and was holding her. The coroner made her body and her bedroom a crime scene. They declared her body a crime scene.
yeah, the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get why people are stopping him from searching certain places, because if you were to discover that, you would wreck the crime scene. Not meaning to, but you would, because you wouldn't be thinking of anything else.
I couldn't hold myself back. I had to get her in my arms, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. I get it.
And my kid, all right, I communicate with TBI. If I go somewhere, they already know 2 days in advance, so that way they know where I'm going. Because by be damned if someone's going to tell me not to go there. I contact TBI. I have everything recorded in chats, text messages, so they know my whereabouts. They know my locations. Because if I am somewhere, they want me to call them if I find something. True. And every time I go search and I don't have anything to show for it afterwards, you have no idea how it feels deep down inside that I failed to find my son, which means I failed to find him again. People want to sit there. I've got balls. I just don't need to fucking show my nuts to everybody. I just got to find my son. It's not a.
Okay. I don't know what to say to that comment. I'll just let it play.
About this shit. I am not fucking Christopher Proudfoot. All right. I have respect for fucking people. But when people sit there and piss and shit on me and then bite me with their fucking venom-filled fangs and they're fucking poisoning the search groups against me, I brought people in that had no idea what was going on. I took
Smiley, no matter how many times you wipe your eyeballs, you're not going to make the tears appear.
I know. I was like, I got to look at somebody else. So I look at Smiley doing the hard wipe. I mean, just like poking herself in the eye. Yeah, mighty. I'm not saying what he's saying doesn't have, like, you know, some of the things he says, and some of them I find odd. But she's really like, look at me.
regular people and brought him in for a cause, and that cause is dear to me. It's for my son. And then for someone to sit there and leak this stupid shit that really had no fucking meaning at all. It's a video file. It's an audio file. I don't care. It doesn't get me any closer to my son. Yeah, it shows people how Christopher acts. We all know how he acts. We all know how he displays himself. I don't care about him. I want to find my son.
But you do care about him, or you wouldn't have brought him up at all. I mean, it's kind of like throwing that out there, but taking it back. I don't care about him, but I told you everything bad about him real quick too.
And he has more, like he has more even juicier things. He wants to remind people of that too, which is really weird.
I'm going to listen to it.
Churches are going to start back up at the end of this week coming up. If people want to come to the vigil and say a prayer for my son and join us for prayer for my son, please, of all people, come. I don't need the drama. My son doesn't need the drama. I'm tired of it. People say I cause it because I answer questions or because I'm emotional about stuff. But if you're not emotional about your child missing, was that really your child?
I agree with that. Yeah.
I agree.
I love you, Smiley. I love you, Josh. I love you, Justin. I gotta go though. And if people can't accept my apology, that's on them. That's not on me.
But Seth, listen, I love you, Seth. But listen, please. You're vulnerable right now, okay? That's one thing, you're vulnerable right now. And the world, we don't want to see you vulnerable because there are vultures out there. But it seems like it just...
Yeah, there's vultures out there. I see 1, 2, 3 on panel with him. There's vultures out there. Come on now. Okay, TJ.
Seems like the good ones are getting gone, and you can't let that hate get built up.
You know what? When I asked Chloe to step back, it was the same thing when I asked Heather to step back. I just asked him to step back because I saw what was going on and I had information and I wasn't going to put it out there. I just wanted her to step back because I saw what was going on. I saw it. I didn't want it to be a public display. I didn't want to see the shit come out like this. So I asked her, but certain people won't let it go. Keep poking the bear. Keep poking the bear.
Seth,
and you're going to see
Seth,
I'm a bear.
Before you go, I want to say,
what's up, Josh?
You do what you do what you're doing. Keep looking for your son. I disagree about Trevor. I think he's a wonderful kid, a young man. I really do. And I think that
there's a misunderstanding somewhere.
I think that you think that
I understand, Josh. I just think somebody got their hands into the kid and it's changed him a little bit.
But he's a good. He's a special guy. You know what? He really is.
Yes.
Can I ask you?
But it's not about Trevor. It's not. It's about you finding.
It's about Sebastian.
Right.
But I do have to say that I love Trevor a lot. And I think that he's a great human. And, I think there's a lot of pressure. And I know that what you're going through is hell. You and I had that conversation. And I want you to keep looking and do what you're doing. But just know that we do care. And Trevor's a part of the team. I'm part of my team. He always has been. And he'll never not be.
I'm not asking you to tell him to vacate your team. I
know that.
What he needs to understand is that I can't have him around my team.
Fair enough.
Because my team, I see what's going on, and whether he realizes it or not, he's being manipulated. And the person that's doing this isn't going to suffer. Instead, I'm suffering. Instead, Trevor's suffering. Instead, they got me sitting there baring my teeth at Trevor Lee, and Trevor Lee don't want to back down. That's probably the wrong thing. I'm looking for my son.
I know. That's all I wanted to say.
That's the main goal.
That's all I wanted to say.
It's about Sebastian. That's all it should be about.
That's all it is for me. It's all about people complained about my GoFundMe. Well, I told my sister to shut it down 2 weeks ago.
What was the GoFundMe about?
His sister put a GoFundMe to raise money since he's out searching instead of working.
I agree, Sarah Lee. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I did. Okay. Yeah. Since when did we need teams? I don't know. It just seems like there should be one goal, try to accomplish that goal and work together. But it has been, unfortunately, like we were saying earlier, it's been divided down to teams. Either your team
Yeah.
Of the
It's so
family.
weird.
Yeah.
I appoint Dietz as team leader. She is rational.
Infamous truth teller. What'd you say? I recorded on my little recording dictaphone, and I was watching and reacted to it, and and I was lit. Okay. I think I butchered that.
People don't want to give me, that's fine. That's fine. It's on their good nature to give me anything to use for this search. And if people don't want to do it, it's not going to stop me from searching.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
my end goal is to find my son, and I love all four of you.
Like you're
I watch you
wasting a
all
lot
the
of
time.
In my opinion, this guy has wasted way too much time online talking to people. Their only goal is to exploit him and his family online. And I'm having a real hard time with it.
Yeah.
Like,
How many panels has he been on?
So many.
So many. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know, smile around and fuck out. I mean, smile around and find out. You know, smile around and fuck off. But you know, that's mine. You know, he's out there. And something else. If Trevor really wants to do me a favor, he could stop sharing text messages between me, my PR, and him, because it's only making it look worse. It really is. It causes drama that has nothing to do.
I got a quick question. Panel or chat? True crime sector, trauma sector. What do parents usually have to hire a PR team when their child goes missing? Honest question.
No.
Okay.
No.
Is that a new thing or just a YouTube thing or what?
Yeah.
Since it's become a YouTube thing.
It's really strange.
Usually a family will appoint a spokesperson. That's what used to happen back in the day. Not a publicity person or whatever they're calling them. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was a new thing too. I just don't remember in the past, like when this, would happen, that there was a PR team for the parents. I don't know.
It happens in the UK as well, which I find really strange because we have a system over here where you are given a police liaison officer, somebody who is actually assigned to you if you're in a situation where your child is missing or a family member has been killed, where there is an ongoing investigation. You will have an assigned to you liaison officer that you can contact at any time. And in the early days, they seem to be with the victims' families or victims pretty much 24/7. And yet still you have situations over here like the Madeleine McCann case where they hire their own spokespeople, they hire their own PIs, they fundraise for it. They're duplicating something that is already being done. And I don't really understand what they think they're going to do that is different.
Well, Gavel has said that, in high-profile cases, she thinks that a PR team is needed to be fair. And you know what? I can agree with you, but shouldn't they hire a more professional PR team?
My question is that they're hiring a PR team for all the BS they created online. Think about that.
All right.
Yeah. That's what Tim Mullins ended up being for the Wells is PR.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm not going to lie, that was a strange little dude.
If you're going to have a PR team, then let them do that job. When you are also talking all the time, and then this PR person is spending all their time going over the thing that you said, it defeats the object. I mean, but people don't want to keep quiet. That's the problem. They want the professionalism of a PR team and the control that a PR team brings, but they still want to carry on talking and behaving without any limit. And those two things don't work together.
No. Well, PR is basically to tell you when to be quiet, you know, kind of keep things under control. But when the PR is out there talking too, fire your PR.
Yeah, when celebrities have PR teams and they've done something or there's a situation, they're normally quiet and the PR team takes care of everything.
Yeah.
And
with Sebastian
reference here on YouTube, these parents would probably be smart if that's the route they're going to take, to just let their PR person deal with all of the public stuff.
I would, if I had one. You know, I'm not talking to anybody on YouTube personally, especially now. That face, that Paul's face. Yeah, no, I see it now. Smiley.
It literally has me telling him I didn't give a flying. I told him I don't give a flying fuck about the audio, dude. I don't know what the intent was behind it. We all know how Christopher Proudfoot is. We all know how he treats ladies. We all know how he treats children. We all know how he is.
Yeah.
Why is it still about him? It needs to be nothing but my son. He is the child that is missing. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He is missing, and we need to find him. I asked the world to help find him. And then when I ask the world to help find him, that means I'm also asking the world to give me all this shit, and I'll take it. I will take and deal with everything that comes on my plate if it means that I find my son in the end, because that's worth it to me.
Sure.
I agree.
And I love you, Smiley. Love you, Justin. And I love you, Josh.
Love you too, buddy.
Love you too.
I'm the one, but I'm the one that leaked it. I am.
Why?
No, you didn't send it to my mom, did you?
No.
See, who sent it to my mom?
Smiley's laughing.
Yeah. And I'm confused.
You're
What
not
are
the
you
only one
confused
this
about?
time, Soup.
I was about to say, I think I'm confused too.
She is
Wow.
just giddy. She's having the time of her life up there. Best day ever for Smiley.
Just
that's what I look like when my legs aren't working and my kids call me Captain Dan. Like, I'm dying. You know what I mean? That's what Smiley looks like right now.
I had to. Sorry, y'all. I had to plug my computer up. All right, I'm back.
Because my mom had it before you did.
Just and I don't know who else had it. I know another person, one other YouTube person had it, but you and I had a conversation.
Well, I wasn't going to bring up our conversation because I remember our conversation, Josh.
Yeah. But
because that's in confidence between you and me off the record. Why are you making it on the record, man?
Well, no, I asked you if I could. That's
it. See, I went one step further. I went to look for beforehand. And
I understand.
Yeah, no, it was leaked before you got it.
Good. I mean,
it was. At one point in time, literally, I have Trevor telling me that the person who I gave it to him, and I did not give it to him.
I got you.
That's a bold-faced lie, and when I catch you in,
real quick, what's the leaked phone call or the leaked recording? Does anybody know? Because you see what I'm saying? So many elements are on this now. I mean, like, it's not even about a missing child anymore. It's about this parent, this step parent, the video games, and now a leaked phone call. Like,
who's got anger issues. Let me tell you something. The night that this went down with me, I was carried out of that house while screaming threats against someone's life in front of the police.
Oh, yeah.
You just don't know how you're going to react. You just don't. It took me so far out of myself and away from my own personality, you know?
I cannot.
I'm trying not to judge.
They get these people too. I mean, I know that we're commentating over content, but I watched these creators tear these people apart, like every single move over and over and over. They play the same 23-minute video of the Proudfoots over and over and over and be like, did you hear how he coughed just now? Did you hear Chris?
Mm-hmm.
he coughed.
Thor. Not only did John Benet Ramsey not disappear into thin air, she didn't even leave the house.
Right?
Right.
It was in the basement.
Did they tell us to do our research? Who are they talking to? Explain. Joe, Clyde, Daniels, Summer Wells, John Bennett. Who are you telling to do your research?
I presume the people who keep saying that people don't disappear into thin air. It's just that it immediately stood out to me, not just because you spelt her name wrong, but that you didn't seem to know even the most basic things about the case.
I hate that too when people get do your research. No. That's just you trying to shade. If that was their thing, I don't know.
And even they did not disappear into thin air. We just haven't found. They haven't been found. It doesn't mean that they've disappeared into thin air. That's not scientifically possible.
No, but there are some cases that are so bizarre. It's almost like they did that. There was a whole book written, Missing 411, where literally people are there 1 second, the next second they're gone. It's that he's a retired detective. I can't think of his name right now that wrote Missing 411, but that's not even what this is about.
I catch inmates in lies all the time, and I give them the benefit of the doubt, and then I'll explain to him, I caught you in a lie, dude. Come on, come clean. And I gave him that opportunity, and he just decided to keep digging with the shovel, man. You know, that's deceitful, and that's not going to help find Sebastian.
I understand. I do. I'm not. I'm listening. I understand what you're saying.
Well, the whole world's listening right now.
Yeah.
I do have to get off. As you can see, it's dark. I just wasted about an hour of my search time.
I understand.
And things come out at night.
All right, listen, tomorrow is the bike ride, right? We might as well tell them that tomorrow's the bike ride.
Yes, tomorrow will be the MC ride. We will be meeting at the Rudder. 4 o'clock. Kickstands up at 5, and we will be coming to Beach High School, where we'll be having hot dogs and a vigil after work. Hey, there's food involved, okay? Not corn dogs, Josh.
Thank you, Joe. I was going to have to go Google it. David Pilatus. Yes, I was about to go Google that because, man, that's a good series too. If anyone is interested in it, go watch it.
Hot dogs. There'll be hot dogs. The vigil is for a community. It's to bring people back together, to understand that there's people out here who want to find my son, and I want to find my son. That puts us in a common goal, people. Come, do not bring the drama. My son does not deserve the drama.
Okay. Is there any other parts to this? Because I don't want to play too much of her live, which I'm sure she doesn't mind. She's up to 20K views. I'm sure she's happy with what
I think that is pretty much it. I believe that when he goes off panel, she's then sort of has a bit of I can't remember quite what the attitude was, but there was some attitude going on there. It might be worth speeding along to that.
Yeah, let me look at that.
Yeah.
My son deserves people to find him. And that is what the vigil is. We will have prayer. We will have people speaking that deal with autism. We're going to have a good... Watch out, people. Don't get ran over.
And this is
what people are invited. Just please don't bring the drama. It doesn't solve anything.
Have you heard if Chris and Katie's coming?
I was informed the reason I moved it from the church to Beach High School is A, they weren't going to let any live streaming, and B, they informed me that Chris and Katie told them 2 weeks ago that they weren't showing up. Well, I was holding it at the church because the conversation that Chris and I had, he said if I held it at the church that he would show up. So I jumped through a bunch of hoops. My team did, I did, to get it held there. And then found out that he had told them that he's not showing up. So
wow.
We had people from the church leaking conversations that we were having. It's like, wow. I mean,
he wanted to have live streaming.
Well, hopefully
he wanted the live streaming, guys. Like that statement right there just tells me everything I need to know about Seth. That I can't even believe that that's the thing. Of course they don't want to be live streamed. People are going to do it, but of course they don't. Why would anybody, unless they want that? What's wrong with not wanting that?
I don't blame
That's my
them.
question.
I don't blame them for not wanting it live streamed. I don't.
If it's in a public place and it's something like the new, even when the media comes and they go to a vigil or something like that, when they show up, they do like a pre-recording, they do it with integrity, these people, I just can't believe you said that. I'm flabbergasted right now. Like that's what can bring these parents together, are things like that, like real life things where they can come together and get the word out about their son. And your breaking point is, I want to go somewhere where there's going to be streaming allowed.
Right. Metal clips, which is it going across Smiley's? Let me look.
They will change their mind and show up. And, I don't know.
Huh, I just noticed it. Okay, I see the merch thing going across now.
But many prayers. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Sad. No word.
I gotta say something. I can't help it. I can't hold it in no more. Anybody that watches 90 Day Fiance, you know who Angela and Michael are. Angela from Hazelhurst. Something about Smiley reminds me of Angela. I said it.
Girl, stop.
It does. The ponytail. If she said Michael, I would just fall out. I would.
He's happy with the cake.
He's tempting me with the cake. Ah, the mighty. If y'all watch 90 Day Fiance, see, some of them do.
No words. Tony said he had to go. No words.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I think there's a big misunderstanding with him and Trevor. I really do.
Oh, look, I don't agree. I don't agree with their assessment of Trevor. I just don't.
Right, I don't either.
Either.
I don't know exactly what has gone on, but basically what needs to happen is just let Seth do his thing. I mean, Seth's got to do what Seth's got to do.
Right. I mean, I get that as a dad. I mean, and you do, Josh, I mean, you do anything for your kids. And
well, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, it's for it's
right.
His decisions. Right. So,
right.
It's his decision. I just would have liked to ask him I would have liked to know how he forgave Stephen. That's what I'd like to know. And if he forgave Stephen, I don't see any reason he in his head couldn't forgive Trevor. Because Stephen gave him the hope. You see what I'm saying? But that's just me.
Oh, I agree, but that's a good point.
Who's Stephen?
That's
the one that lied his ass off yesterday and said he went and talked.
Crabtree.
Yeah.
Look, I think that anybody that has followed this case from the very beginning knows that there were a few people on the ground floor putting this out or talking about this case. Trevor might have been the very first that he got it onto my channel and the topic at all. Most people didn't even know. It's just, I mean, it's hurtful. And
he, any of the younger boys like him, they don't even know, like back in the day, like I wish there was more children that were like
Terry
him.
Lynn, Terry Lynn is the person who played. If you remember, Checking Conviction's wonderful botched up recording from one of the search crews, where she made it seem that they knew where Sebastian's body was, but they couldn't get to him. Terry Lynn was the person who decided that would be an excellent thing to play to Seth.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's been coming up in my recommendations, and every time I click on it, she's somewhere searching the Terry Lynn person. Okay, and then there's J for Justice up there too, and yeah, almighty.
Or not children, he's not a child, but like the younger
Young
guy who's
generation.
growing up. Yeah, what are they out doing now? You know, like, or what could they be out doing now? They're not giving their money and advocating and all this kind of stuff. You know, that's not what they're out doing. And
right. And he originally started this, you know, on a personal level with a friend of his. And that's where his passion comes from. And for anybody to deny that, there's something wrong with you. I mean, there really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm going to hop off here, though. I didn't know if Trevor was still here, if he wanted to, you know, expand on that. Even if he wants to email me, I find that to be concerning. But Smiley.
Jay there looking for somebody to come and bump up her podcast.
Yeah, J for Justice. I remember her in the early days. I think she had a podcast, or she still has a podcast, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I don't think that was Checking Convictions, Pearl. I think that was someone else.
It was
Crime Sleuthing.
Crime Sleuthing, thank you. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was not Checking Convictions. I don't know why I said that. Checking Convictions is a wonderful woman who unfortunately has passed on for quite a while now. I don't know why her name came to my mind. Checking was a wonderful person, very often in our chat. Yeah, I meant Crime Sleuthing. Apologies, please.
I knew that's what you meant. It just
Thank you for correcting me, because I didn't even realize that I'd said the wrong name.
And a lot of the names, you know, have crime something in them, you know. But yeah. So, anything left of this live we should play?
No, I think that we're pretty much done.
I think
this was lovely. I think I want to do more of this during the afternoon. This was good.
I do. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we'll be back on Wednesday. We are getting the last minute things together for the members bingo.
If yes, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, if you guys haven't joined up and went to the bingo hall, please go on in there.
The bingo hall?
Yeah, we do a bingo hall. We made a Discord called the Bingo Hall that we can all watch it together. This is going to be a lot of fun. We had so much fun with Pigeon Bingo.
Pigeon Bingo was the best, and Chris took that so seriously. I've never seen someone more dedicated to bingo than Chris.
Chris is so competitive. Can I just say, Relevant Glitz and Glam Chicks, which is the account that I've highlighted. This is the alternative account for Coffee Time Shining Survivors, which is the channel that I was talking about at the start of this live, where I said that they did a really exceptional live about losing their brother to him having taken his life. Seriously, if you want to go and listen, even if you've been through that experience, I think that you'll get a lot out of it. And I can't recommend it highly enough.
Us old bitches do play bingo.
So remember, you'll find the bingo hall, the Discord link on the community tab. And that's how you can get into the bingo hall.
See, we're going to live up to this name. Come on in there, Molly, Collie.
Yeah, haven't you heard? This is the Circle of Twats.
I'll smack you around a little bit at bingo.
Sue sings it.
I always find it hilarious. I find it hilarious that a lot of these people who were saying that we're a bunch of old biddies are actually older than us.
It's always
and certainly in at least two of these ladies' cases are like 10, 15 years older. you keep kidding yourself.
Sexy grandma's in the only grand's room.
Yeah, and we have a good time in bingo hall. Watch out for Chris. She takes it very seriously.
For your news, I just went sexy blonde.
This time. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You hot
Girl.
Also, this
Chris
person
was
has no
tripping
idea
people.
what kind of bingo we're playing. It's nothing to do with numbers.
Yes, we
No.
see you. We see the we. Elizabeth,
Hey,
I doubt.
we. Yeah, Chris be tripping people trying to go up and call bingo. She'll be like, oh, nope.
Thank you, Sinner. Sinner says, thank you for the great conversation, jerks. It's very much appreciated. I would play bingo with you all on any. Come on, Sinner. Come on in.
It is a lot of fun. It takes
But
a long
watch
time
out.
to fill that card, though.
Thank you, Josh B. And welcome new members. Thank you all for joining. And yeah, we'll be doing another. I like the morning lives. I like the evening lives too, but the morning lives, I kind of got a little bit more energy. And look, this whole Proudfoot versus Seth thing, just remember, it's about Sebastian.
Please remember it's about Sebastian.
Could we put Sebastian's details up again before we leave? And could we also, before we go out, for those people who came in late, can we play Fred's song?
Let me cue that up while Eliza's getting Sebastian's information.
Once again, there's Sebastian, 15 years old, missing out of Summer County, Tennessee. I really can't read the small print, so I'm going from memory. Age 15, white male, brown hair, brown eyes. If you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Actual information, not something you heard on YouTube, please.
Tara keeps saying she's new here. This song's for you, Tara.
It's my name, a hillbilly with a cold. Always high, always looking for his next load. Snitching on everyone, causing a commotion. In this little county, where secrets aren't safe from the notion. Living in a trailer with a mind full of weed. Fred's always scheming, planting that seed. Is you to create a wife. They're a team ripping folks off. It's all part of their twisted dream. Fred's got a drug problem, ain't no doubt about that. Cocaine and meth, they got him hooked, that's a fact. He'll snitch on his mama, his cousin, and his brother. No one's safe from Fred, he's like no other. He's like no other. Got him booked, that's a fact. No snitch on his mama, his cousin and his brother. No one's safe from Fred, he's like no other.
Yeah,
Guys, this was so much fun.
It's so good. I love that. Y'all subscribe to Crystal's Crime Time for her effortless trolling of Ziggy this week.
It really is such an earworm.
It really was. Amazing troll work. How trolling
Just
should
trolling them
be.
with their own words, and it's the best. That's the best way to do it, girl. You got them all day.
And
Forget
also
the
shout out
dogs.
to Six Up for being with us. I'm sure that
Thank
you
you,
know where
guys.
Six Up is,
And
but I'd appreciate it if the link was dropped in
before
the
we
chat.
go, if this stupid StreamYard will cooperate with me before we're done. Come on. Okay. Not cooperating. Come on.
Oh,
Pearl.
no.
Pearl.
What do you want, darling?
Pearl, I need your help, Pearl.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to get rid of this?
No, did I do that? That's not what I'm
Thank you, Shuby Mom.
telling
We
you, it's giving me a hard
appreciate your
time.
super
Okay.
chat.
Shuby Mom, love you.
I wanted to play this for Tammy. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
And we got Shuby Mom.
I mean, and fuck you too, Jenna. Fuck you, right? Fuck you with everything you can fuck somebody with.
It never gets old.
I had to clip Tammy when she said that day. I had to.
Let's get Shuby Mom one too. If
I am
Eliza-
obviously struggling over here, so somebody else
Let me
needs
hit
to
something then.
do
Hang
the
on, let me
outro
get
for
something.
me.
Pearl said, "Let me."
I'll do
hit
the
stuff.
outro, but I want to do something for Shuby Mum first. Let me just find something.
Okay.
Thank you, Art.
Been spending most our lives living in a cornfield paradise.
Oh God, love you, Art. Thank you, Art. I don't know if they can hit anything else, but I like that right there. Let's remember this is about Sebastian Rogers.
We'll see you guys Wednesday night. We might be back with another afternoon live before then. Guess we'll see what happens.
Am I in charge of the outro and closing this down? It's not a problem for me. I just want to know who's doing what.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. From you.
Okay. Well, I will say goodbye then. And it's been great fun. I hope to see you all again. It's been a real good afternoon, and I've really enjoyed the conversation.
Same. Peace.
I love you guys so much.
Yep. Tune into Six Up, sub up. Okay.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.